Let's go now.
Okay. Hey, Crossroads kids, leaders, this is just Pastor Jordan coming and wanting to talk with you about Plan to Protect for K-6. We got a lot of things that we want to do around here to keep kids safe. In fact, one of the ways that we welcome wide is by making sure that our parents know that their kids are super safe when they're with us. And so we take this stuff seriously. A couple things to be thinking about. One, when you're in a room, it is a 1 to 10 ratio. And so we need to make sure that we've got great ratios to keep our kids safe. And that's why we always want at least 2 leaders in a room. If it is just you by yourself, there's something you can do. As soon as you get in the room, just you by yourself, come over and open the door. Super helpful. Next, what you want to pay attention to is this. Washrooms. Sometimes kids gotta go to the bathroom when you're serving. What do? Bathrooms can kind of be an awkward. Do you go in? Do you help them? What do? Well, actually, K to grade 3, so kindergarten, first grade, second grade, are supposed to actually go to the bathroom and have a leader take them, but not go in the bathroom with them. You take them to the bathroom and you stand outside waiting to them to be finished. Grade 3 and 4 can actually go to the bathroom. They just got to tell you, and then they can go, and the team lead will actually pay attention to them in the hallway. The deal with the washroom is actually, if you are a parent serve or a student serve and not a certified serve, you can't take kids to the washroom. So that's something that you need to recognize. If you see one of those people doing that, you need to tell them they can't, because we haven't had them go through the whole process. We don't have a criminal record check. We don't have the references yet. And so only certified serves can take kids to the washroom. So that's important to know. The other thing is touch. What do you do with approach to touch? You got a kid who comes up and they want a big hug, or a kid wants to sit in your lap. We can't do those couple pieces. So when kids come to give you a hug, it's nice to try to give them the side, try to figure out how to be able to touch them appropriately. Always try to go high fives, fist bumps, pats on the back. We want to be able to physically encourage our kids, but we want to make sure we're doing it appropriately at all times. So pay attention to that. You need to make sure too when you come that you wear your lanyard, which I do not have on, so that people know and parents know that we've got a certified server or what type of serve you are. That's really important. Sometimes you'll be leading the class and you got a kid who is being defiant. What do you do with the defiant kid? Well, first of all, how we work with defiant kids is we don't want to make a big ordeal about it. We want to have one of our leaders pull the kid aside, talk to them about their behavior, tell them why it's inappropriate, and give them a warning. You can maybe even give them 2 warnings in a class. If you get to 3, pull the team lead in, tell them you're having trouble with the kid, have them take some time with the team lead and talk it through, and the team lead will decide whether or not we need to put their number up on the screen for parents to come and get them. Now, it is different if you've got repeating offenders. If you got a kid who's doing it all the time, being defiant, let's make sure that we only give them 1 warning, and the second time we get the team lead and we put that number up and we call in those parents. Because we don't do our kids any favors by putting up with their defiance week after week. So we need to make sure that they know that our rules and guidelines matter and they can't just be disrespectful. So inform the team lead about that stuff. If you got other things that happen in class that maybe concerns, like a kid has disclosed something, like they're being abused or they're being hurt at home, you need to tell our team leads so that can get passed on. If a kid's going to hurt themselves or hurt someone else, that information needs to be moved ahead. Now, what do you do if we got a missing kid? Okay, so if you have a kid that's missing or we have a missing kid in our classroom, you need to make sure that you keep all your kids in the room. We do not sign out kids when there's a missing kid. We just keep them in the room, business as usual, okay? Nobody comes or goes. Next, what do you do if there's an earthquake or a fire? Well, what you're going to do is you're going to come over here and you're going to grab the flag. You're going to grab your clipboard that you've got, and you are going to lead all of your kids to the east field where the soccer posts are. And you're going to line them up. A parent might come and ask if they can get their kid out. The parent cannot get their kid out. They have to actually join you, and they can come to the east field. We cannot sign kids out on the go. So they've got to come with us. We can't release kids It's a liability issue, so you say that. So you're going to come, you're going to take your flag, and you're going to go. Now, next thing you might be wondering, what do I do if there's a live shooter? You're actually going to take the kids, you're going to line them all up, and you're going to have them line up along this wall here, sitting on with their backs to the wall so that the shooter cannot see them through the windows. Okay? So that's another piece. We'll have some protocol that you'll see coming out here pretty quick that will be hanging up on a hook here that'll give you an idea of all the different scenarios if we have emergencies. Those are things that you need to know. The final thing is sign in and sign out. Parents will be coming in and they will show you their tag. You need to make sure that you match up the tag and you throw one of the tags in the garbage once you've had them and check them out. Now, the thing that's really important to know, we do not vouch for anyone. So I don't care if it's Pastor Jordan picking up his kids and he lost his tag, you need to make sure he goes through the process to find out whether or not Pastor Jordan is the guardian of this child. So we take that really seriously. Those are some tips around what we do for Plan to Protect. Hope that you'll put that stuff into process, and thanks for serving with us in Kidsman. All right, have a great day.